What's up, everybody? This is Nate. This is my dad, Scott. And this is our before and after review of The Mummy. So, what are your thoughts so far on it already? Just from seeing the repetitive trailers.
To me, it looks like it's going to be a typical Tom Cruise action movie. This is supposed to be the kickoff for the Dark Universe, the Universal monster thing, and it doesn't look like it's going to be scary or frightening or anything at all, which is disappointing.
Yeah, so just typical explosions, take over the world sort of villain.
And I don't know if that's the Tom Cruise influence or if Universal just doesn't know what the hell they're doing. I don't know, but I never saw the original. Man, I didn't even see those damn...
Brendan Fraser's?
I didn't even see those. So I don't know if this is supposed to rip that off, or if those were completely original, or they ripped off the black and white ones. I don't know anything about this shit. I mean, I'm going in completely blind other than that stupid trailer.
Well, if we go back to your Tom Cruise influence, one of the actors, I can't remember which one, is a Hispanic looking dude.
Oh, the guy from Jurassic World?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just glad to be there, I'm sure.
Well, he was like, we want to make the movie that Tom sees.
Yeah, I want to make the movie Tom wants to make.
So.
Because I like Tom. Tom's my friend.
It's probably highly influenced by Tom. Like.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's the star, so whatever he says goes, but I just think it's, I mean, are they just trying to use the whole Mummy thing as their half-assed vehicle to make an action movie, or do they just not know what they're doing? I don't know. I was hoping that it would look scarier, or at least in some way frightening, but I think it's just going to be stupid.
So, if we jump onto the actors, just from the trailer, how do you think Russell Crowe will influence the story? Do you think he's pulling the strings?
I don't know.
Somehow...
Russell Crowe can be really good when Russell Crowe wants to be really good, but if he doesn't give a damn, he'll just phone it in. And you know, from the trailer, you just see a couple snippets, so I don't know. I haven't been able to get a feel for whether or not he gives a damn about this or what, but man, you know, since the comic book movies thing started, well, not since it started, but it started, and now it's like popular and all this shit. And it seems like all the actors out there want to get attached to a franchise now. Every now and again, you'll see some blurb about, oh, so-and-so says they'd love to play this character in a Marvel movie, or this kid, you know, everybody wants to get on board with that shit because that's guaranteed money. You know, you sign up to play a character in this movie, and you know they're gonna put you in a bunch of them. So it's like job security. So everybody wants to jump on that shit. But you know, I mean, Russell Crowe's quirky. Dude's got an Oscar. You know, he's in that sort of elite club where he can kind of write his own check or do what he wants. Not that he's done, I mean, he's got his fair share of stinkers too, but I don't know. I mean, I can't gauge his interest level, but maybe this is his attempt to be like, I need to attach myself to a franchise. And since this whole thing is supposed to set up some shared universe, maybe he's like, maybe he'll, I don't know, maybe he'll put some effort into it and be like, yeah, this is my chance to get that guaranteed paycheck every couple of years. Come on, guys.
And so, this is probably a stupid question, but do you think Tom Cruise is playing Tom Cruise again?
Tom Cruise, nobody loves Tom Cruise more than Tom Cruise. So I'm sure he feels that everything he does is perfect. So yeah, it's gonna be just plain vanilla Tom Cruise being himself in this movie. One thing's interesting though, that last, what the hell was the last movie we saw? What was the last movie we saw? Like, Wonder Woman. Yeah. And then I think the one before that, something shitty.
Oh, it was
Pirates.
Yeah.
I think at the beginning of both of those, there was a new little Mummy clip where they showed the girl. Yeah. The blonde-haired girl. Yeah. And through just seeing the trailer, I could have swore that was Chris Hemsworth's wife, but it's not. It's some other girl that looks a good bit like her when you see a flash of her in the trailer. Right. But I thought that was her, and then when I saw that little blurb in the trailer section, and I was like, who the hell's that? Oh, I guess she's in this movie.
Right.
And she seems all I don't know, contractually obligated to say great things about Tom as well. I think it's the same thing with other guys like, I want to make the movie Tom makes. Yeah, she's just like, Tom's so great. It's just he's so great.
Is it?
She was like drunk when they filmed it.
It kind of seems like Tom Cruise goes behind the scenes and puts a gun into their head and is like, if you don't say good shit about me.
Maybe he buys them all fruit baskets and shit. Maybe he's like super cool to everybody, so everybody's like, Tom is the greatest guy. I don't know what everybody's talking about. He's so awesome. That was my female Mark Wahlberg. Just, I don't know. Such a good guy. I don't know. So great.
So, if we jump off actors and just back to The Mummy, why do you think they're kicking off the dark universe?
Because they fucked up their first try. They made that Dracula Untold and it wasn't very good, so I think they put that shared universe on hold, regrouped, and tried to formulate a different strategy. And now they're starting over. I don't know why they're starting with The Mummy, probably because it was the best way for them to introduce their core, I mean, I get the feeling that Russell Crowe is going to be like the kind of the team leader. This could so turn into a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen shit show, but I don't know, it could also be good. And I think that's what the same thing they're trying to do. So in this movie, we'll get Russell Crowe, who's Dr. Jekyll. We'll get Tom Cruise's character, who the fuck he is. We'll get, the mummy chick. She's supposed to be the bad guy, but I don't know, maybe at the end they turn her and she's on their team, or I don't know. I think they'll probably defeat her and Tom Cruise will end up with mummy powers or some shit. Or he'll turn out to be Van Helsing or something. But so we'll get Dr. Jekyll, we'll get whoever the hell Tom Cruise is gonna be. Maybe we'll keep the mummy girl, maybe not. And then who knows, maybe they'll throw somebody else in there. Because they already have actors for all the other parts. So I don't know.
Do we know if there's an end credit scene for it?
I have no idea. I didn't look it up.
I can check that real quick. I'll go to our one trusted app, RunPee.
RunPee. Yeah, they've got that RunPee app. They have like a shitty marketing department, because I don't remember how we stumbled upon it, but I think it's like the greatest app ever. I think everybody should have it, but I've never seen an ad for it or anything.
There's nothing during and after the credits.
Okay. So they're gonna skip that trope.
Yeah, it's just...
Which is stupid. I mean, if you're setting up a shared universe, you're supposed to do the after, mid-credit or post-credit scene to set up the next movie. I mean, if this is all shared universe, why wouldn't they do that?
And with it being a shared universe, who do you think our next monster will be?
Well, I think they already said that the next movie is Bride of Frankenstein, right? I think that's the next one.
I would have thought it'd been Wolfman, but
they don't even have anybody for Wolfman. People are talking like they're trying to get The Rock. That would be fucking stupid.
But to be Wolfman?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What?
I think as the Wolfman, he would be less imposing. He'd look all fuzzy.
Like, I don't.
He's already a gigantic beast. I mean, what's the point?
If they got him to do like the motion capture, like how tall he is and all that shit, that may be cool.
They could do that with anybody. Then
yeah, they could do it with anybody, but if they want to get The Rock, then why not just make him do the motion capture?
No,
at least.
He's not a motion capture guy.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think it's a bad choice. But, I mean, that's just a rumor I heard. I think I heard it on a podcast, so I don't know if that's for sure. But they have Javier Bardem. He's supposed to be Frankenstein monster. Johnny Depp is the Invisible Man. And I don't even know if they have anybody to play the Bride of Frankenstein. I don't know if they have anybody to play Dr. Frankenstein. They definitely don't have a Dracula. I don't know, man.
Unless they turn around and use Luke Evans again.
No. There's no way.
So you think they will have to redo Dracula?
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're gonna. There's no way it's gonna be tied to that Dracula Untold shit.
So, do you think if they do remake Dracula, do you think they'll do it like the classic book, or make it like Vlad the Impaler again?
Well,
or?
see, I have no idea because I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the original Mummy was. I don't know what the Brendan Fraser movie's Mummy was. So when I see this, I won't know if they're trying to stay original or if they're creating something new. So I don't know. You'd think with it being they're trying to, you know, doing this dark universe, shared universe thing with all the original Universal monsters, you'd think they'd want to pay homage as much as possible by harkening back to the old stories, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just, here's a mummy and that's the only similarity, you know, here's a Wolfman and that's it. I mean, chances are they would probably just do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, instead of basing the Wolfman off the classic novel and Dracula off the classic novel.
No idea.
So,
I mean, maybe we'll get some hints of that, you know, like I said, maybe Dr. Jekyll is, you know, maybe he's the Nick Fury or the Amanda Waller type character who has done research on all these different people. Maybe we'll see some of that in this movie, I don't know. They gotta do some kind of setup, you know? I mean, why waste the opportunity? You're putting out this big movie, the first one, so presumably people who have the slightest bit of interest are gonna go see it. Why not give them something? You got them there, give them something.
right.
So, I don't know. We'll see what happens if they do that or not.
What do you think about the casting of a female mummy?
That's cool. I mean, you know, sure, why not?
A lot of people I've read are kind of mad about that because they were like, the original mummy was a man and it was based on so-and-so, and
Well, you know,
that's what made it creepy.
maybe they're just,
Well, who cares, man?
maybe they're just taking the whole concept of, we'll make a mummy movie, and we'll call it The Mummy, and we'll put a mummy in it, and that's the only similarity. Maybe they're just,
Yeah, that kind of feels like what they're
doing their own thing, which is fine. I mean, they own the character, they can do whatever they want.
I kind of want it to be a spookier movie, but it already looks like an action thriller. But maybe that's going to be all of them, action thrillers.
But that's stupid.
Yeah,
Why not just make a series of action thrillers then? Don't, I mean, if you're putting all, you know, Universal has a few properties. Probably their biggest, most legendary one is that that Monster Universe. So why? I don't know. I think they need to up the creepy factor and make them actual monster movies.
right.
First and foremost, and then if you want to throw action and shit in, fine, but God, make it feel like a monster movie a little bit. I could be wrong. We could get in there and it could be a good balance. I don't know.
Which I'm kind of hoping for. If it's a decent balance, awesome.
Do you know who directed it? Do we have any idea who? Has he done anything else? He or she, whoever it is?
I can't remember right off the top of my head who directed it, but I can look that up real quick. The Mummy was directed by Alex Kurtzman.
Sounds familiar. What's he done?
He did Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, actually, he produced Amazing Spider-Man 2.
He's still partly responsible.
We'll go to director. Here we go. Nothing really noteworthy. He directed The Mummy, and then it goes on to People Like Us, which I've never heard of. And he did a TV series called New Day in And then he did Alias, which is another TV series.
That's a. Is that the J.J. Abrams thing? Anyway, so no big movies, huh?
He's been a producer for a lot of movies. A lot of them are being rumored right now because all the question marks right next to him.
Well, that's just upcoming stuff.
Yeah.
What's he actually?
He produced Hawaii Five-0, the TV series.
I smell a lot of TV coming from this guy.
Sleepy Hollow, the TV series. Star Trek Discovery. Limitless. Oh, he produced Now You See Me Too.
Oof, and he's directing this?
Yeah. He produced Amazing Spider-Man 2, Ender's Game, and the first Now You See Me. He produced Star Trek Into Darkness also.
Well, that's the J.J. Abrams connection.
Yeah.
They worked together on Aliens.
He even produced Cowboys and Aliens, which I never got to see. And he was executive producer for the first Star Trek. So...
Kind of worried about this now.
Yeah, he hasn't directed much. He's done a lot of producing, though. I don't know, he could be good.
I mean, yeah, I've not seen anything you mentioned that he directed, so...
I'm hoping it'll be good. A lot of people so far are saying it sucks terribly.
I hope it's not... What's his name? Andy Kurtzman?
Yeah. No, Alex Kurtzman.
Oh, I hope it's not a directed by Alex Kurtzman with Tom Cruise hovering over his shoulder kind of situation. That's why the guy said, we're going to make the movie Tom wants to make.
Yeah.
He's in charge. Whatever Tom says, go.
Pretty much, man. It seems like he is very dominant over this movie.
No, I mean, he's the star. He's the big money guy.
Which isn't a terrible thing. I know Tom Cruise is stuck playing Tom Cruise, but he's been in a few decent movies just playing Tom Cruise.
You know,
notice I don't say awesome.
Tom Cruise being in a movie sort of takes me out of it because I don't ever see the character. I just see Tom Cruise. It's hard for me to suspend my disbelief.
You said there was another actor like that. Chris Pratt, that's it.
Well, it's just because he's so far, to me, he seems very one-sided. He's always the same dude. I don't think he brings anything fresh to any of the characters I've seen him play. He just plays them as himself. So it's, you could show me a scene. You could show me a rehearsal of a scene to where nobody's in costume or anything.
Right.
Where nobody says a character's name, and I couldn't tell you if he was being Star-Lord or if he was being dude from Jurassic World, or, he's just very...
Vanilla.
That's why I was so pissed off when I heard those rumors a while back that he was going to be Indiana Jones. I was just like, oh, because it's just going to be him, it's just going to be,
right.
Instead of Chris Pratt in a red leather coat or Chris Pratt in a vest, it's going to be Chris Pratt in a hat and a brown jacket. I'd rather have somebody who could do some justice to the role as opposed to, oh, it's Chris Pratt.
Right.
It's like you get any actor and then you paste Chris Pratt's face on it. It's the same equivalent. I'd rather have somebody who's going to own that role as opposed to just injecting Chris Pratt into there.
So do you think Tom Cruise can bring anything new to the table, or is he just always going to be Tom Cruise now?
Well, like I said, I'm sure he loves himself. I'm sure he doesn't believe he does anything wrong, so he's going to do whatever he wants. I don't know, we'll see,
Muppet running.
Yeah, he'll probably run, he'll probably ride a motorcycle. I think that's in his contract or something. He has to be able to ride a motorcycle in every movie or something.
And run.
Yeah, he's got to have a goofy running scene. I don't know. We'll see.
What do you think of the effects that we saw in the trailer then?
All the stuff with Sophia Boutella looks really good. I don't like everybody loves the little eye thing. I think that's kind of stupid. But, the scene where the girl gets ripped out of the plane looks pretty good. That was all green screen, but it looked pretty seamless. I don't know, that shot where that building falls over, that Flintstone building looking thing that's made out of slabs, that looks kind of lame.
Yeah, it looked kind of digi.
Well, no, it's not digi. They did it practical, but it's just.
Oh, really?
It's just. You know, it's a big slab and a big slab on top. And they go. I mean, it's like, come on, nothing cracked or rubbled or it just. I don't know. It looked kind of half-assed. I remember somebody was talking about it. I don't remember if it was James Rolfe or if it was Weekly Planet talking about it, but now I lost my train of thought. What the hell was I going to
Stone slabs.
Yeah, but somebody was talking now. Never mind, forget it. Cut this out. I don't fucking remember what I was gonna say. Victory.
I don't think there's much more to say about this movie because every trailer is the same, and I think we pretty much burned everything we could talk about it.
Well, I don't really. You can't really gauge from the trailers that have been out what the story's gonna be. I mean, Tom Cruise is some kind of archaeologist guy or some shit. I don't know if he's a government agent or what. They end up on a military plane. I don't know how that happens, but anyway. And somehow he finds this sarcophagus and digs it up, and they pull it out, and they're gonna take it somewhere. And then she wakes up. So I guess then she wants to destroy the world or whatever, and they have to stop it. I guess that's the gist of the movie. But supposedly he dies in the plane crash, and she brings him back to life, or she does something that keeps him from dying. So I don't know if he ends up with mummy powers, and so that's how he's going to be on the team. If he gets some kind of powers from her, or what. But I guess the gist of this movie is for him and fake Chris Hemsworth's wife, with a little help from Russell Crowe, to stop Sophia Boutella from destroying the world or whatever. I guess that's the gist of this movie. And I don't know how that other dude, the guy from Jurassic World, I don't know how he fits in. I don't know who he's playing.
Maybe he's just like a military dude or something.
I don't know, but you got Russell Crowe, Tom Cruise, fake Thor's wife,
Sophia
Boutella, and Jurassic World computer guy. That's like the only people in the movie as far as I can tell. And I don't anticipate any cameos from any of the people who are going to do these other monster roles. So
yeah, like we said about the end scene, that'd be a perfect place for them to do a cameo if they're going to do it.
Well, I mean, you want to talk when you're doing a shared universe, multiple movies that are all connected. I mean, it helps to interject some of that. So like I said before, maybe Russell Crowe will do some of that. Maybe he knows all these characters and he'll mention some shit, or I don't know. Maybe. It's all up to us. God help us. Bucket.
Random road bucket.
Road bucket. Road bucket.
Well, the things you see while driving.
How long is it? How long's the movie?
Pull my phone back out again and go back to Run P. hours.
Long and excruciating. 150. Well, okay.
So it'll be like a medium rate pulling off a bandage.
I don't know what it's gonna be. I mean, like you said, a lot of people are saying that it's no good, and for the most part, I guess my feelings usually roll with the consensus. There's been a few movies though where I was like, oh man, everybody said it sucked, but I thought it was great.
Yeah.
Did you look up the tomato score?
Oh. No, I did not. It'd be nice if Rotten Tomatoes had an app of their own.
They do. It's the Flickster ad.
Oh.
It's the same thing.
Did not know that.
Yeah. You have the Flickster app, right?
I should.
I do.
Apparently I deleted it. Don't remember it. So.
Should be a search function somewhere in there. The Mummy. That's all it's called, right? Just The Mummy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Was that the same name as the Brendan Fraser one? It was just called The Mummy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 17.
Is that the critic?
Yeah.
What's the audience score?
45. Ouch. So, I don't know. It's sounding like a big fat turd.
Wow. We'll have to look up Box Office Mojo and see what the budget was. I'm sure it's
Ridiculous budget.
ridiculous. Wow.
They used it every time they had to play freaking Rolling Stones. They had to pay them every time it was in their trailer.
Well, that's why I'm thinking it's probably just in the trailer. I don't think it's gonna be in the movie.
You don't even think it'll be on the radio that they listen to or anything.
I don't know. No idea. It's getting where people are doing that. They're putting songs just in the trailer.
Yeah. And it seems like a lot of movies are using a bunch of classic songs lately.
Well, that's the James Gunn effect, man. It worked so well in Guardians. And everybody else is, ooh, we gotta do that too.
What was the movie that did it right after Guardians? Was it Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad, yeah. But they did it poorly.
Yeah.
They were like, let's cram all these fucking songs in 5 minutes and montage. God, what a waste.
They're good songs, don't get me wrong, but they used them at the wrong point.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure, they're all hits and stuff, but I'm sure they paid out the ass for them, and they just crammed. It's like it was tacked on. I'm sure they put that sequence in when they were like, let's do something like Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Right.
They slapped that shit together. They threw out a ton of money to get the rights to those songs. They slapped that shit together. And it didn't enhance the movie in any way. It didn't, because they had already done the introduction thing, and then they did another one. Or I can't remember if that one with the music was first, or I think the one with the music was first.
Yeah,
and then later on, they talk individually about them.
Yeah, they did the one in the restaurant, then they went to the government. So.
Whatever, that movie's a piece of fuck on a stick. Like specifics. One thing, I thought Tom Cruise did a pretty good job in this movie of just being a dude. Like every time something happened or they saw something that would freak out a normal person, they made a point to put in a line or something like that where he was like, what the fuck, I don't know what happened, or I don't know what to do, or, you know, did you just say that shit? He was, he did a pretty good job of just, you know, most of the movies he's the perfect guy. He's the expert at everything, and he knows how to do everything, and he's, you know, superhero guy. But in this, like, he's just a dude.
Just some random military dude.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was a military guy, but, you know.
But he wasn't super intelligent on every subject on the planet.
Yeah, he wasn't a Mary Sue. He wasn't, like, the greatest at everything.
Yeah,
so they did a pretty good job of making him just kind of regular Joe when it comes to all this supernatural shit. and he would freak out about stuff. So that was cool. Let's see. So cast. I thought everybody did a good job.
Yeah. I really liked how Russell Crowe portrayed Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, they seem like two different personalities. He used two different accents.
I don't think we saw him fully transformed though.
Well, I was just gonna say, I wish there'd been a little more of that. You don't get a whole lot of Russell Crowe in this.
Right. So maybe in the next movie we get a little more. And he gets angry again, or forgets his shots, gets bulky. And maybe he's the Hulk of the group.
Well, it's like when they first show up there, he's got to take a shot.
Yeah.
And then how long do you think they were there?
Maybe 2 hours.
Yeah, I mean, well, there was
time elapsed.
There was like a cutaway where, you know, Tom Cruise and the girl just kind of sitting there, and so you maybe feel like some time has passed, but it wasn't like they were there more than several hours.
Right.
And then Jekyll's got to have another shot, and it's like, man, how many times
a day does he have to do
he's got to have this shot, man?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow, has he got to get injections like 4 or 5 times a day? That kind of sucks.
So he always has to have those injections near him.
Yeah,
So.
and it's like when he first walked in, you first see him, he doesn't know where the thing's at. Oh, there it is. I'm like, that's not something you want to misplace, man. And if you do, you damn sure better have a second one in the drawer. You know, he's like, oh, where did I put that pesky thing? Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's in my suitcase.
What? Come on, man.
There we go.
Didn't you just stab yourself with that thing like 2 or 3 hours ago? I mean, come on. It looks like you gotta have those injections on the regular.
Yeah.
But, yeah, so that was kind of weird. Let's see.
It kind of had some freaky moments in it, though.
Yeah, you could tell they were and I think maybe the music let it down.
Yeah.
Where they had a moment where you thought, okay, that's kind of creepy, but the music didn't support it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it was pretty cool when they're on the plane and Tom Cruise's buddy who got bit by the spider goes full zombie, and he's like stabbing the guy, and then it was kind of creepy, you know, where he's just walking towards them, and they're like, "What the fuck, dude?"
But it was more thriller music instead of.
It wasn't. The music didn't do anything to help that mood.
Right.
And then like the shot you get in the trailer where they're in the water.
Is it recording? Yeah. Sorry guys, GoPro died, so we'll finish this up when we get back to the office at home. Okay, now we're back in the office to pick up where our GoPro died. So, where were you? Talking about that.
I think we were talking about the creepiness. The scene from the trailer where they're in the water, they're face to face in the water, and then you see Amunet come up behind her. That's supposed to be a creepy thing. The music didn't really do it.
Right.
Later on, there's a scene where Jenny's walking down the tunnel, and you kind of get a glimpse that maybe there's somebody behind her, maybe one of the undead guys, and you don't really know. And then she does the spin around, and the music didn't support the creepiness of it, I don't think. So we decided, we thought there was, they made an attempt at least to make it
freaky and
kind of freaky and creepy, but
yeah, the music didn't help at all.
It wasn't done as well as it could have been. But that goes back to what we were talking about, where it's like, do they just want to make it an action movie, or are they actually trying to make it scary? I don't know. It didn't seem very scary to me, but
yeah, it was more action than creep factor, so there wasn't really a well balance. I'm not saying they did a bad job of it. It's just the music didn't help, and it didn't have a well balance of creep and action. So
but hey, it wasn't terrible. I thought it was going to suck, but I didn't think it was as bad as some of the reviews make it out to be. What is the current?
Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, the critics gave it a 17, and the audience gave a 45, if I remember correctly. So they both thought it wasn't a very good movie. I can't see why. It was an interesting movie. It wasn't like best movie of the summer, but
It's not even on the list. Go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know if I would truly recommend it. If you like Tom Cruise, sure, I'd recommend it. But if you're looking for huge entertainment and
Oof, yeah. 17 and 45.
yeah,
I don't get it.
if you're looking for huge entertainment, this isn't your movie. Like, it's a
Oh,
decent.
it's a popcorn movie.
Yeah, it's a popcorn movie.
You can sit down and enjoy it for what it is. It's not going to change your life or anything. But
Right.
I don't know. I thought it was better than
Everybody else.
17 and 45. God bless. And I hate Tom Cruise, so I was ready to hate it. But
I'm ready for the comment section to be like, what? You hate Tom Cruise? Who hates Tom Cruise? But yeah, Tom Cruise is just Tom Cruise in most movies. So
I liked what's it called? What the hell's the name of that? Minority Report. I like that movie. That was a good Tom Cruise movie. And I like the Mission Impossible movies, but there's more to like than just Tom Cruise. So.
right.
But anyway,
So is there anything else we should hit? Or
I don't know. I mean, we were rambling earlier, but I was rambling, but now I'm kind of like, well, I think I said everything.
yeah, you hit most of my points. So
You had notes. Where's your
before the
notes?
movie.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible.
It didn't deserve a 17 and a 45.
It should have been creepy though. They should have tried to make it scary.
Yeah.
I did like how she could bring dudes, or she sucked the life out of people. They basically became zombie type
Yeah,
minions.
that was
pretty cool.
cool.
I was like, oh, so she can make zombies? Well, this might get interesting, you know.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
So what did you think of a female mummy? I brought that up before the movie, and now I'm gonna ask after. What did you think?
The fact that she was female didn't have any bearing on it.
Right.
It didn't make her special or anything. It's just that's the way they went with it. She was just bad guy, wanted to take over the world with a purpose. We must stop bad guy. It didn't matter that she was a female mummy. It didn't. I mean, it was cool that they did that, and that the little backstory behind her was interesting and made sense. But
Yeah.
it didn't matter that she was a female. It was no big deal.
Yeah, all the exposition before the movie really got going. I really liked that whole.
It was all done good.
Yeah, that was all really cool.
It was like the exposition played, and I was like, okay, that was good.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I was like, okay, yeah, all that exposition was good. And then, oh, here's Tom Cruise. Okay, now it's gonna suck. And then that opening thing, him and his buddy had some good banter. You know, there was a little chemistry, and I was like, okay, so that was pretty good. But now it's gonna suck. You know. And then they get in there, and it just kept going. You know, it was pretty good.
It kept our interest.
I thought it was good.
So.
I liked it.
So.
You're not gonna make me give it a number, are you?
I was just about to say,
Oh, shit, I don't.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
8.5? 8.5?
I'd say strong 8. So.
They could have done stuff better, but it wasn't terrible. That's gonna be the name of the video. The Mummy. It wasn't terrible.
Yeah, when we went in, we were both like, man, it's gonna suck. But, no, it was actually kind of entertaining.
It's pretty.
So.
Yeah. If you have no interest, you can probably sit down with popcorn and watch it and enjoy it because it's it's good.
It's a good action movie. Somewhat.
Not super scary. I don't.
Would you take a child to?
Well, that's what I was just gonna say. I don't remember what it was rated.
PG-13.
Is it PG-13?
Yeah.
Because you get a little side boob. But I think that's it, right?
Right.
There's no, like, super nudity. I think there's a little side boob.
No dip.
And I don't.
That's pretty much the only.
Nobody dropped an F-bomb.
Nope. No
There
F-bombs.
really wasn't a whole lot of bad language at all.
Except damn and.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't count.
Yeah.
If you can say it on TV, it doesn't count.
Well, HBO can say anything.
That's not TV. That's HBO.
True.
This doesn't give a rating. Oh, okay. PG-13 for violence, action, and scary images, some suggestive content, partial nudity. I guess that's just the flashback. I heard.
The side boob.
You get a little side boob. But there's no super bad language. There's no blatant gratuitous nudity.
So would you take a kid to it?
It's just scary people. I was gonna say I don't think there's blood. I don't remember. There's really no blood.
No blood.
So there's zombies and shit, but
They're
And
on screen for like maybe 10 seconds each.
and then like we said, the spookiness isn't really.
It's not really up
It's
there.
not
so-
super scary. There wasn't a whole lot of jump scares.
That's one thing.
You were like, okay, this would be a good point to put in a jump scare, and it never came.
Yeah, it was like
So there's not a lot of that.
every time I would think there'd be a good jump scare, I'd get ready in my seat and push myself up, thinking because
Here it comes. Here it comes.
because jump scares always get me.
Nope.
But no jump scares
Jump
because
scares.
like the moments where there should have been jump scares, the music started hyping you up, and you're like,
Again, the music did something weird. Yeah, it's just.
yeah. Like it didn't help any of the moments it should have helped.
You thought it was
but-
coming, and then it didn't do anything. And then in the moments where it would have really paid to have some kind of music accentuated, it didn't do it. So
Yeah. So
yeah, I guess it was just there's some weirdness with the score, but and the damn Rolling Stone song is not in the movie at all. It's
not
just
even in the
trailer.
credits.
Oh, I'm sure it was in the credits. No, I mean it didn't play over the credits. But
Yeah.
they put it. But yeah, just for the trailer.
I don't really think there's much else to say about this movie, except the runtime. It's like one of the shortest movies.
So did it seem short or did it seem long?
The pacing was actually really good in it.
The pacing was good.
So
but-
it didn't feel too long. It felt.
Well, when you said it was an hour and 50, I expected it to be 2 hours and 20. But when you said it was only an hour and 50, I thought, okay, it's gonna feel short. Didn't feel short.
No.
But it didn't feel long either. It's about right, I guess. There's no dead spots really.
Always something happening.
Yeah. So the pacing was pretty good. Overall, it's pretty good, pretty damn good movie. Why the
Yeah.
hell? Why the hell has it got such low numbers? What the fuck, man? I don't know. It should be higher. It should be higher.
Yeah.
Go see it. It should be higher.
Yeah, go see
They
it.
need to make some money so they'll keep going.
Yeah, they need to make.
Because okay, yeah. So I said this in the car. I'm gonna check Box Office Mojo and see like what the production budget was.
Should I check the rough schedule of what our next spook movie is gonna be, or?
No. I just want to see, because if it's got a huge budget, they're gonna expect it to make a ton of money, and if it doesn't make a ton of money, I don't know if we'll get to see. I mean, it's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
They don't often. It's not like they're just gonna abandon a Tom Cruise project, but it's gonna have to make some money in order to for them to greenlight further. Okay, so far it's made 151 million.
Jesus.
Oh, and the budget was 125 million.
Wow. So they broke even and then made some.
Well, that's just production budget, and then you can pretty much double that for advertising. So 250, but it's been out for a couple days and it's made 150, so it'll probably break even.
Probably.
So they will most likely make another. Plus, it's Tom Cruise, so
Not another Mummy movie, but
no, this the
Continue
Dark
on in the
Universe,
Dark Universe.
thing. We'll probably get the second installment. So.
So do you think this was a good opening to the Dark Universe?
I guess. 'Cause Tom Cruise kind of runs off at the end, so for the continuation, you feel like you're stuck with Russell Crowe and this Jenny chick, if she's going to show up again, to lead us into the next installment. So, and then Tom Cruise might show up, but
for a while I was thinking there was something supernatural about her too, but
nah, she ain't nobody.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Did they ever say her last name?
No, they did not.
Let me look at IMDb and see if she has a last name. Might turn out that she's like Van Helsing's granddaughter or
Jenny Helsing or
great
some shit.
granddaughter or something. The whole last name is Van Helsing. So it'd be Jenny Van Helsing.
Okay.
I don't know what Dr. Van Helsing's first name is, but Jenny Halsey. So she's got a last name. Halsey. Yeah, I don't think.
Wait, they did say it a couple times. Dang. I
didn't
forgot all
remember.
about that. Yeah, they said it a couple times.
I mean, they didn't really throw out Tom Cruise's name. You hear his first name,
Nick.
then you hear his last name, and it's like, okay, because I was trying to piece together what's his name. Nick Morton. Yeah, I don't think they snuck anybody in that's going to be important that we didn't
catch.
Didn't notice because Russell Crowe's got some henchmen running around and shit, and it's like they could have made one of those guys important later, but I don't think so. They just have like first names and shit. They're not anybody important.
Did we already talk about Easter eggs, like the vampire skull and?
I think we did.
Okay.
Yeah, so they threw a little bit of stuff in there.
Yeah, they threw a few small things, just like the vampire skull, and there was like a webbed hand, and
I think that just kind of lets you know that shit exists in this universe.
Right.
Ooh, look, there's vampires. Ooh, you know. They'll touch on it later.
I just hope we get a really good vampire movie because I love vampires.
I think they'll probably say that for down the road.
Probably because
they've got people cast for different things, and there's not going to be any mention of a Dracula or anything like that.
because
It'll be way down the road.
Dracula Untold, it hasn't been out for too long.
That doesn't matter. That's
No,
not
I'm
even
just-
a part of it.
I know, but
It's not even a part of it. I'm done.
well,
Come on, cook some.
okay, I'm done too, and because you hit most of my points as well. So, thank you all for watching. That was our review before and after watching The Mummy. So, if you like, leave a like below. Please subscribe, and I guess we will talk to you guys later. All right, bye.